third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have me penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A always be aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news,
You're
guys.
hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Friday afternoon and a very exciting edition of Revenge of the Cis, the show that aims to save Western civilization one dick joke at a time. And the leaders of your media insurgency, Mike Shilley, Royce Lopez, joining you. We're coming in hot. Oh, stuff.
Now to the Spanish announce table. Hola, Revenge of the Cis.
I just literally got yelled at. Check this out.
Okay.
I'm getting yelled at by boomers. Because, boomers got to boom.
Or another acceptable answer, Ben, we're getting yelled at by boomers because it's a day of the week.
Somebody just said to me, I'm a chemical engineer.
You are.
What are you?
That
was his comeback.
Well, can you take me down to what started this?
The HRC video.
Hillary Rodham Clinton.
Yes. The Hillary Rodham Clinton video.
So
forthcoming.
QAnon says there's a video coming out.
Hashtag QAnon. Hashtag HRC video. Hashtag follow the white
Now,
rabbit.
what is in this video that QAnon alleges?
Well, that's the thing. It's all codes with this QAnon. It's codes, man.
Like Cernovich.
So much like with, let's say, a medium or people that talk to the dead, like John Edwards, like any other scam or LARP, people write weird, vaguely coded messages in a very broad language, so that later on you could always go, well, I meant this.
Right, like
Same thing Cernovich did with Schneider.
With DS, yeah, Dan Schneider.
Look, NT lawyer does crazy days and nights. He's a guy who's sort of perfected the art of the blind item. But now everybody...
I'm outing NT lawyer right now. It's Seymour NT Lawyerson.
That's well, now everybody's going to know it's him. I hope you're lucky. Seymour, just go right now. Talk to the police. Protect your kids.
NT Lawyerson. You'll find him.
Look, we all love a good blind item.
Of course.
The problem is everybody's becoming addicted to them.
Also
and
true.
everybody wants to write them now, and everybody wants to do these little fucking coded messages, man. And the QAnon thing has turned into stop. It is a guilty pleasure. If you want to get into the QAnon stuff and admit, all right, look, it's a guilty pleasure of mine. It's something I like to indulge. Fine. The problem here is that you idiots are fucking presenting the weirdest shit as facts now. The most recent thing now, as we said before the show, I said, did you hear about the Hillary Rodham Clinton video?
Did you hear about this, Kevin?
And since I said the HRC video, it's trending everywhere. Royce is like, Royce is so,
I go, can you
he's
send
so
me the
out of
video?
loop. He goes, sure, yeah, pull it up. We'll play it on the show. And I'm like, that's the point. There is no video. It's this thing that another QAnon LARP made up, and the boomers have been running wild with it, brother. And they won't stop. So here is what, this is a Facebook comment. It's somebody cut out the name. So, you know, it's nobody's.
To protect the innocent.
Of course. To protect the idiots. Stupid idiots. This is a quote from somebody discussing what they think is the video. Quote, the bad video is of Hillary, Huma, and a little girl. They are terrorizing the child. They filleted the child's face off while she was alive. And
What the fuck, man?
Put it on their face to further terrorize the child. They were deliberately causing the child's body to release adrenochrome in the bloodstream.
Fuck.
So they could drink the blood while they bled her out in their satanic ritual sacrifice. Do you fucking retarded right-wing boomers realize?
QAnon released a picture from the video.
Do you understand how fucking sick you have to be to write this psychotic fucking erotic fan fiction about cutting off kids? Because nobody but look, oh God, Royce and I, we can agree. I think you know when you do the handshake from Predator thing that everybody always does. Every human being should be united by hatred of Hillary Clinton. We all hate her.
Can you do me a favor? Invite Chemical Engineer to call in since you're fighting with him. Please. I will talk to him. Maybe this is
He's
true.
a chemical engineer, dude. He's too smart for us. That's not the guy who wrote this, though.
Oh,
I
who's the
want,
guy
I
that-
want to find the right. I don't know. It's just
You not knowing confirms it's QAnon.
It's bro. You're right. He goes on to describe this is what caused grown men to become extremely sick, and many needed to seek out psychological help after viewing it. The perpetrators all need to be hung by the neck until dead. Well, that doesn't take long. That's literally, you could have just said hung by the neck. It takes seconds.
Detective Munch says you'll happily look at the footage.
Again with Munch.
He always does it.
Yeah, I'll take it back to the
I'll look.
apartment and sign it
look
back
at
in
it.
evidence in the morning.
I'll do it.
I also need a blank thumb drive
Yeah.
that I won't be returning.
For cop things.
Yeah, and then fucking Ice-T's all like, yeah, it's this new thing. It's called a condom challenge. Basically, these kids be snorting all kinds of condoms, and then everybody gets AIDS and somebody gets murdered. Damn.
Look, I'll say this. That show lost all its power, and Ice-T lost all his strength the moment he cut his ponytail. It's a biblical story.
Do you think when he cut it off, he looked in the mirror and went, damn?
Yes, but I think he does that a lot.
So, this is what people believe, guys. We hate Hillary Clinton on this show.
A lot.
A lot of people hate Hillary Clinton. But people who pass memes around, like the one I posted that you can see at Mersh on Twitter if you want to see it, you aren't helping. You are not helping when it comes to this. You are the internet version of traditional Workers' Party, okay? What the alt-right Nosball guys do when they go out in the streets and dress in black shirts and fight people and look like retards, you're the internet equivalent of that. You go out and you post all these things. You make us all look like retards. We look like assholes out here, man. You know what, man? Look, I understand, man, that you own those tapes. I get that, man. But, but the dreams on those tapes, okay? The genius on those tapes, that belongs to us. and we're going to be fine once we get a record deal. I think is the long story short. Guys, you're not
Is this
helping.
an Airhead situation? I believe it's what it is. Maybe that's what happened to the other dude from Airheads. It never really made it.
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser.
Listen, if a video of Hillary Clinton ripping a child's face off exists, how come it's not tearing up the charts, babe? It's not a real thing. You're all fucking embarrassing. I will say this to you, Kim Sorgente, from the West Coast Patriot Movement. You're a fucking joke. You're a clown that you allow people to post these things and tag you in it and then defend it. Defend it by saying things like, well, I mean, I don't know about this specific thing, but the WikiLeaks email did specifically talk about child sex trafficking. Okay, so that justifies sharing a horrendously inaccurate, insane tinfoil hat meme about Hillary ripping off a child's face and putting it on her face. The weirdest fan fiction bullshit, and you're sharing it and then going, but it doesn't make sense.
Oh, no.
Sorry, I just saw your response to
Thanks.
the chemical engineer on Twitter.
I thought I had to do it while you were doing that.
I have 2 radio shows.
QAnon just leaked a picture of the video. And look, guys.
That's not a little girl. That's Castor Troy.
I'm so sorry. Nicolas Cage is such a good actor, but I thought it was a little girl.
Oh, is that maybe that's why the news
Right.
presented it as the little girl? It's not even a little girl. Relax. Right-wing crazy media.
Look at it. It's an adult.
Nick Cage.
So the video's out there if anybody wants to see it. It's on,
It's not. There is no video.
it is. If you go to Netflix and search for Face Off,
Oh, okay. That's the video.
it's there, and you could watch it.
Face Off. Hashtag HRC video. Now on Netflix. Doo-doom.
Fucking,
Can we get that thing on the board?
we'll do it. I'll do
We
that
need to
after the
update
show.
our soundboard. We need
I'll
the
do it.
Netflix sound.
I'll do it.
Doo-doom.
I want that. Netflix, you've been greenlit.
I have 2 radio shows.
2 radio shows. Okay.
It's very nice. You know, you're a chemical engineer. It's cool. You know, my dad used to say, try to do as little work as possible for as much money as you can possibly get out of them. I make far more than a chemical engineer, sir. That actually would have been his response.
Yeah.
I'm a chemical engineer. Yes, but how much do you take home, sir?
And Mark Levin would have just hung up on him. Maybe we would have said he was a chemical engineer.
Sir, are you kidding me? Does that qualify you? You know how many thousands of chemical engineers there are in the world? How many people have a Sunday show on Fox? Get him off my phone.
A lot of people.
Get this idiot off my phone.
And I'm still peeved about that Allen guy who called in.
Fuck
yesterday.
Alan and his mother and his kids.
Okay. Look. So the QAnon thing is bullshit. Do you want to talk about what happened to us?
Whoa,
Somebody tried to cut our faces off.
Oh, God, no. Well, at least we're not little girls.
For those of you who've been following the show for a while, you know that YouTube has hit us with content strikes.
Wait, when? When did this start?
Okay, well, let's go back.
Hold on a minute.
Our show started in August. We were hit with our first content strike about a month in. A month in, we were for content strike, so we couldn't go live for 90 days, so that's why we moved to Twitch. As soon as we got off of Twitch is when the Parkland shooting happened. We talked about David Hogg, and we then were hit with another content strike, but they were hitting everybody that was playing a certain David Hogg video. They were just hitting them all. So we got hit with the content strike. The appeal was the fastest rejected appeal we've ever seen in the history of appeals. Yesterday, right after the show, I uploaded the show at 6:09. At 6:14, right as the show finished uploading, we got hit with our second content strike. The video that got hit was a video of us talking with LA Werewolf on the phone. He had called in and he was talking about ironically, his second content strike. It was hit for bullying and harassment. I listened to that entire video, by the way, Mike, from beginning to end.
We bullied and harassed the shit out of it, no?
No, we didn't.
Oh, okay.
All we did, we talked a lot about the Black Panther movie.
My people.
Yeah. Talked about my people. We talked to LA Wolf what's going on with YouTube and, him, trying to get people. That's it. That's all. There was nothing in that video. And the video's on Vimeo if you want.
Did we say anything about, Did you?
Not in any way that would be.
Not in any hurting type. Hey, look, we might have said a couple things.
Yeah. No, but not in any. We use none of the words that would cause that to happen. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, we weren't Hank Ewing it.
No, not at all.
Of course.
So we we're talking about that, and we got hit with a content strike. What does that mean? That means that our first content strike doesn't expire till May 21st. So now we have our second content strike, which expires July 11th. We all right. Well, just so everyone knows what's going on.
See you later, everybody.
So if you're listening to this right now, and you watch on YouTube, you could always find us live, revengeofthesis.com/live. Every day, 4 to 5, every weekday, 4 to 6. revengeofthesis.com/live, because what we do is we'll just embed wherever we're live. However, I know a lot of people say they can't watch live, and of course there's plenty of people who listen via podcast, which is cool, but some people like the video element. So YouTube hit us with our second content strike. It's being appealed. We're not holding our breath. We know with a 90% accuracy that it's going to get rejected. By the way, this is the weirdest thing I think we've... Now at this point, they're just cherry picking and hitting with us. Mike believes it was somebody yesterday that was actually going off of after LA Werewolf. And this dude was like trying to take, was petitioning Patreon, a verified Twitter user. Can you pull up his name?
Nathan T. something.
Well, while you pull it up, he was petitioning Patreon to take LA Werewolf's account away because of LA Werewolf apparently was on Twitter, his new Twitter account. He went to a gun range, and I guess he put a cutout of one of the Parkland survivors, and he was shooting at it. And
he fucking.
Well, by the way, when he posted, I know
Nathan T. Bernard on Twitter.
By the way, look. First off, Frank said while he was doing it, they're going to unplatform me again. So he was 100%. He did for this to happen. So it's not like he did it and he didn't know it was going to happen. He's doing it at this point to prove a point. And again, think about this. He is getting more press now doing this without a YouTube channel, because this is what you push people to do when you deplatform them. By the way, he didn't do anything illegal, mind you. Let's be clear here. What he did was 100% legal. Okay? Now, with that being said, he knew he was going to get popped. That's fine. The thing they hit us with was for an interview we did with him 3 months ago. 3 months ago, I think. 3 months ago? No, 2 months ago. About 2 months ago. About 2 months ago. An interview we did with him right after he got a second content strike, and we interviewed him. And that's what we were talking about. It had nothing to do with this thing. So I don't know if it's this Nate guy has brought a lot of attention to it, and I don't know if YouTube is preemptively going out there and just hitting everything with it, but it says it was flagged manually. So that wasn't YouTube, because it would have been something else. I mean, somebody actually went into it and must have flagged it. I mean, they might have flagged all our videos for all we know.
Yeah, but it's only that one, which is kind of weird.
Exactly, and this is happening on the same day as we said the news was all over Twitter of Frank shooting at the thing, and so. What does that mean for the listeners? Because we feel, again, Mike said it yesterday to somebody, we feel bad for you guys because, you guys always jumping through fucking hoops to hear us, and I know that shit sucks. So we have a backup channel right now. It's YouTube. It's on YouTube. It's ROTC Media. ROTC Media. Click on that one. It has, I don't know, man, fucking
couple hunch,
340 something at this point. Look, I know how many people subscribe. That being said, I know that this only gets maybe, would you say, out of our subscribers, about maybe 10% of the people actually get the videos to show up, I would say. Because looking at the numbers and the analytics, right?
Oh, yeah. No, the only people that see our show are the people that every day go, oh, I'm going to go watch ROTC. It's the only people.
So they're not showing it to the other subscribers, which is, again, so if you want to, guys, we're really sorry. We don't mean to, we're not sorry. We're fucking angry that YouTube is doing this to us. Again, we never broke any terms of service. There was no harassment. There was no bullying. The video's on Vimeo. We'll post a link in the link of this one on our backup channel if you want to see it. Again, if you want to help us, let people know, share it, and again, I always say this, and this is why in the beginning I did this, was iTunes or RSS feed, any way you get podcasts, if you subscribe there, look, I know it's only audio. I get it, and some people want to see it, but if you really want to hear every one of our shows that has not been edited or deleted or anything, go there, subscribe there. That's the best way to find out what's going on with the show.
There is one that we're still working on getting back up. We'll get that one back up. The Fatty Fats.
Oh, that one will be back up.
Yeah, the Fatty Fats.
Yeah.
We're still fighting.
Well,
with
but the podcast is that
them.
one.
The podcast is still out there, though.
So subscribe to that anywhere. Just go to revengeofthesis.com. All our links are there at the bottom. Just like, subscribe to all of them. And again, everyone that's a patron, I left them all a note, and those are the people that, my people that my people in Patreon. I feel bad for because they're the ones that they support with fucking.
They actually pay for experience.
They pay for an experience.
Their experience is terrible,
and it sucks because.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
It's not our fault.
No, I know. We know it's not our fault.
We're working our asses off to keep it as easy as possible.
Yeah.
But man,
well, again, I guess the reason that look, we're fucking angry, obviously, but the reason that we're not as angry is because after the last time this happened, Mike worked like a fucking animal to get the website up. So now at least the people that want to listen can always go there and get, the latest
it's like
if
we gotta do something, like if we have some kind of an emergency broadcast we have to do, and they can fucking do, they can hit us with a content strike right now. I'll wipe our channel out.
Of course,
wipe our other one out. I don't give a fuck. I will make a channel as 3 subs. Yeah. But once we embed it on our website and we go on social media and we tell everybody, hey, we're doing this thing, they're not gonna. It's too late.
If we still have social media,
you guys fucked up. It's too late now. So
look, I know we're not fucking humongous. I get that,
but we're too. We are not a global epidemic, obviously. But once a virus breaks out of its containment area, we're like a virus that's already broken past all the containment areas. So at this point, we might not be huge, but we're a virus and we're in an airport. It's too late.
Real quick, after the fucking Bennington comment, guess what?
What?
He fucking blocked you and me. He blocked me at least. That's for sure.
What happened to the
I'm blocked.
Chemical engineer guy blocked you?
Yeah, I don't know if he blocked you, but I'm blocked.
Well, that's just silly. I think, we were just having a good time with the guy.
Okay. Well, anyway, look. Thank you, everyone that helps us out. We get frustrated. We're trying our best. And
he didn't block me because I'm awesome.
I was talking to Mike about this before the show. Like, the biggest bummer now is, for me, is the Dan Schneider videos, because those are big. Those are big videos, and those get us. And again, by the way, if you go to Vimeo, I'm almost finished. In 2 more weeks, we're gonna have all the episodes up there. At Vimeo, search for Revenge of the Sis. You'll find us there. All our videos are there. And you could catch that there. But I put the Dan Schneider videos there, but it just bugs me because, those videos are us legitimately trying to do good, and obviously that increases the reach. And I don't want our channel to, forget us for a second here, I don't want our channel to go down and that all that information for Dan Schneider starts again at 0. And of course we'll put it up on our backup channel. That's not the point. The point is the algorithm. When people search for it, it'll go away, and that's a big part of what's going of what people used, to figure out, hey, what the fuck's going on with Dan Schneider? So, again, we're not going to stop us. We're going to keep doing this. If you want to subscribe, revengeofthesis.com/donate. And again, this isn't a fucking Owen Benjamin situation. We weren't even fucking asking for it. We're just twitch.com/JJStoner. We're just trying to do our show, man. And, at this point, don't think that we sound defeated. It's not that we're not angry or fired up. It's just we were prepared this time. You know what I mean? I know that sounds weird, but we were prepared for this. It's like, fucking that someone dropped a nuke, but we have a bunker, so we're gonna be all right.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly have not been getting too bent out of shape about it because it's been happening so much. I did not, as Roy said, do all the work for the website. save for the fact that I knew that this was all going to keep happening. So I really just been mentally prepping for it long enough to know that we're going to keep getting zapped. Just the way of the thing. Like, the way I see it is, we gotta stop thinking of it in terms of like getting emotionally attached to like, oh, that video had all these cool numbers. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's the name, it's the brand, it's who we are. We need to keep that alive, and we're doing very well with that. We're doing fine with that. The big thing that we need to work on is how to reach new people without any help. Like that's a bitch.
That's the thing, man. And before
nobody's having us on their fucking streams.
Yeah, that's the problem. You know, for example, what happened to Owen Benjamin? Yeah, well, first off, his patrons doubled. So he did it on purpose and he was expecting it, but now Owen Benjamin gets to go on Rogan, he gets to go on Crowder, he gets to go on Shapiro, he gets to go on all these shows.
It's a gimmick, man. Everybody's got a fucking gimmick. But certain people get frozen out. We get frozen out of the fucking Breitbart thing like you were telling me about. It's just the way it goes, man. It's the way it fucking goes. Where she goes, she says.
It's the way she goes.
I'm beyond a point where I really give a fuck about anything or anyone outside of our circle. Mm-hmm. I don't really care, you know,
right?
Because I don't have time. I don't have time or energy, and I'm certainly not going to put a face on and pretend to be nice, just to get fucked over by these e-celebs and these internet assholes. I'm not going to be nice to them because they're never going to be nice to me. And if day ever comes where they have to be nice to me and Royce, it will be because they have to be nice.
Yeah,
we'll get to a certain point where they'll go, fuck, I have to acknowledge them and be nice. But then it'll be too fucking late. I will never be nice to any of those people.
No. Well, but you're right, and that's the point. You know, we will fucking. I still don't. I understand no one has on our stream, and I do understand that we fought fucking gangbanged on shows, bigger people, and all this stuff, and that's fine. But I still don't feel bad because the reason the people that like this show and they listen to us is because we call out shit that's fucking phony. You know, because we're not owned by anybody or in a little clique. You know what I mean? And yeah, it sucks, but you know, what do you do? I mean, keep making YouTube channels at this point. I mean, that's what you can do, right? What else can you do? There's not another alternative, you know? Again, youtube.com/ROTC Media is the new one.
These cocksuckers.
Okay, we got to do a thank you for your service. Mike, check out your messages while you do that, because I need you to just do something for me, because it's about something that we were talking about off air. Okay, so yeah, we've been doing this.
Well, I'll give that to you.
Yeah, I meant
not in Messenger.
Okay.
Fuck
like
you,
this.
They
meant like that.
You cocksucker.
I'll do the thank you for your service. So we have a lot of people that give, and they try to help us out. A lot of people gave because they saw that we were popped. I want to thank Jen Moore. I'm allowed to use her name. I want to. Oh, I need to thank Trolita because she upped her donation.
Yes, thank you, Trolita. You're a fucking soldier.
And then there was a couple more people that didn't want to be named, which I don't blame them, but they didn't want to be named. So for anyone that donates, revengeofthesith.com/donate, we want to say thank you for your service.
No labor, let the round pop. Two arms in Dixie. Set them back your fierce defiance. Set upon the curse of my two arms in Dixie. Against the flag of Dixie. Hoo-ah, hoo-ah. Dixie's land, we take our stand. We live and die for Dixie. Two arms, and conquer peace for Dixie. Two arms, and conquer peace for Dixie. Dixie two arms.
Yep, and thank you
for your service, guys.
Yeah, and I do have to say, you know, as you guys know, our one of our mascots, one of the pride of the show, Hank Yu, is currently under federal custody.
By the way,
And I just want to say hashtag free my nigga Hank, which people are trying to get that out going. So hashtag free my nigga Hank. Hank Yu is a political prisoner. I'm saying it.
did you think this is bigger than Cantwell?
I think this is 10 times bigger than Cantwell. I think when you talk about leaders in the community, I think when you talk about political philosophers, when you think, Hank Yu is light years beyond Cantwell.
It sucks because he's
sad
also
day.
been removed from all social media. Like his Facebook is gone. He had to come back. It's gone. Every Twitter he has gets popped. So it's not even that I would love to get him back on, and I think we could. But
It's like even with this Hank Yu for your service video, I had to cut it up.
Yeah.
Because there's so many clips. Like the reason all his videos get popped is because like you have to cut out to him singing the Dixie part.
Right.
Because then like it'll cut right to him in his car screaming the N-bomb and just going off about Jews, and you're like, bro, he's the best. He's the best. I love Hank Yu.
So thank you, everybody.
Oh, fucking A, man.
Yeah, we do appreciate it. Get on that backup channel.
I do miss the U.
Yeah. Spread the word. Let everybody know.
Yeah, tell people we're now just gonna. I'm at this point. I'm ready to just go full LA werewolf.
Whoa, no, let's relax.
What?
Let's relax.
What can they do?
I get it, but it's okay. Let's all calm down. So let's sleep on it. Sleep on it.
I'm with you, Frank. I'm with you, Frank. Don't worry, you have an ally.
Oh, fuck. By the way, everyone that sent all the nice notes and everything, we're not going to read them all. It's a lot, but thank you. We appreciate it. Like, you guys are pretty awesome, and it's the nicest we're going to be to you fuckers. But, seriously, thank you guys. Like, it does mean a lot. The money that you're giving us to make this a full-time job, and it's not yet, but it'll get there, is important for us to keep doing this because, dude, it can't just fucking be Jimmy Kimmel and all that fucking horse shit out there. Or John Oliver. There's got to be an edgier side to the right wing. And look, even the bigger ones, like it's like I ask myself sometimes, like, well, if we just acted like Dave Rubin or Ben, but I don't want to be them. I want to be us.
No,
You know what I mean?
will never be them.
Exactly.
Fuck that noise.
I want to be us.
I've never listen. The only times I've only a handful of times in my life ever tried to do what people want me to do and be the way people want me to be. And you know what? Even less people like me when I'm like that.
Yeah.
Because it's fake. You know what I mean? Hi, how do you do? People are like, ew. Now he's off-putting, and he's annoying and gross, and he's fake. I'd rather just be off-putting and go, yeah, I'm off-putting. Go fuck your mother. Go get me another drink. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, I'm done being the guy, like, oh, man, I'm a big fan of your show. Because guess what? Most of you guys, not a big fan of your show. Most of the time, I'm just trying to get on your much bigger show.
You let the cat out of the bag.
I love LA Werewolf. He's the only guy that's bigger than us. They're like him and Vince are the only guys that put out content that I'm like, all right. But the rest of all these fucking other guys, like when we went on that ill-fated trip on the other show I'm not going to mention. Could I mispronounce? I mean, we got beat up to the ground because I kept mispronouncing the name of the guy's show, and I kept calling the guy by the name of his show, thinking it was his name. Like it's just like people go, "You guys got owned." I'm like, go back and listen to that. I was the most oblivious, condescending asshole. I didn't even know the name of the guy whose show was on. But I got owned. Fuck out of here. I don't actually like you. I'm trying to take all your fans away from you.
By the way,
and we will.
By the way, so we move on to something else. We already bitched about the YouTube thing. Look, again, just to reiterate.
I'm not done.
Okay.
All right, now I'm done.
Okay, good. To reiterate, if we make it to May 21st without another strike, then we'll be back to one strike status.
But we won't.
But Mike is very pessimistic about this.
We're not going to.
So backup channel, youtube.com/ROTC Media. That's how you can find us.
Even if we can't, all right, look, even if we lose a content strike before May.
We'll get another one.
Yeah, even if not, we're still up to, like, we lose one, we're still at one. We're always, if we get another one, we're always in danger. We're right there on the fucking line, man.
Look, if you're hearing this and you hang out with people that are a bunch of fucking normies, introduce them to our show. I think they'll fucking like it. That's what I say, too. It's like, there's enough people out there. I look at our numbers. I see our download numbers and all that. There's enough people out there that if, they tell two friends and they tell two friends and so on and so on. Look, yeah, it sucks not having, the subs that we fucking earned and made YouTube a good amount of money doing it, But speaking of what you were saying earlier on that gangbang,
We need to do something.
What do you mean? Like what? Like give me what are you proposing?
We're a media insurgency.
I get that, but again, what do you want to do?
We need to disrupt something.
Okay.
I mean, I get it. I'm not like, we're doing this. Here's the plan. There's something that has, something that has a decent profile to it. Something that maybe is more of a
What's coming up?
an IRL event that, like, I'm not talking go there. Oh, let's go there and get some footage and do some wacky interviews. I mean, legitimately disrupt an event. That's the only way. I mean, we have to fucking Sam Hyde it. Fucking warfare, dude. That's what we need to do. I have no problem going somewhere in character. I'll go as the wrestling character. I don't care. Just go do something and ruin somebody's experience somewhere. I'll catch a beating. I'll go to jail for a night. I don't care.
I'm trying to think of what's I'm trying to think of what's coming up that we could do that when, I don't. We'll find something. I agree with you. I'm with you there. Getting press would be nice. That would be the best way because, I mean, again, look what happened to Frank. They fucking took away his YouTube, and now everybody, even more people know who he is. A lot of people hate him, but they know who he
Are
is.
you kidding me, dude? It's 7 days in a week. I'll hate Frank 2 out of 7 of them sometimes. It's fine. At the end of the day, you can't deny that the guy's hilarious.
Oh, he's fucking hilarious.
He knows how to get a reaction.
Speaking of, did you see that the gangbang that we were on that had to do with Styx? You saw Styx was running for, was it Senate? Is that what it was? Some office?
I guess. Some gimmick.
And one day later, today, he said he can't, and it has to do with campaign finances. Yeah, that's what he said. He said he was running, and today he said he's not. So,
You really think finances are the issue?
he said finances.
Okay.
He said campaign finance. Why, Mike? Why do you say that? Oh, I know. I know where you're going with it, but
I'm not going to say it,
yeah,
but I think you know what I'm thinking.
yeah. I'm thinking it.
Think I panicked?
People panic. Yeah, when you run for something, they.
I'll say this. I can say this.
Okay.
When you run for office, any kind of office, people tend to do a lot of digging into your affairs, your finances.
And nobody wants
your
that.
affiliations, your online stuff. And as Roy said, nobody wants that.
Governor.
Some people want it less.
Running
than
for governor
others.
is what it was, I believe. So, just a quick update on that. But we're going to keep doing what we're doing. So for 2 weeks, that's where you'll find us on the revengeofthesith.com/ROTC media. Look, I know I'm plugging it a lot. It's just I want to make it easier for you guys. But we can move on to something else, man. We bitched enough. And again, this probably was our tamest bitching, right? Because we were prepared.
Yeah,
You know?
I guess. I don't know.
We're angry, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's some, every time.
I didn't know homie pulled out of the race. Now I'm very.
Yeah, he did.
Now my spidey sense is tingling.
Well, you have stuff to do this weekend then, don't you?
I got to do that other fucking.
Oh,
article.
that's right, the other thing.
I got all kinds of shit going on. I got to do.
Yeah. So donate. We do this for very little money.
Although, if you guys do kick us a couple bucks this weekend, I'll do a little digging on that a little bit more.
Yeah, that
But
would be
there's
nice.
some things that would cost a few bucks, but
Yeah, things that are not free. And we'll figure out some event to go to.
I'm really curious now. Why wouldn't you want all that fucking free press? I mean, I get it, finances, but
Augustus Invictus ran and he had less money than you do.
he backed out because of expenses this time, but
But he was my point is not the next day. I mean, they dug up a lot of shit about him. Remember the blood thing and the goat thing? My point is he didn't seem to be afraid. Do you see what I'm saying? He didn't seem to be afraid of people digging in. You know?
it's strange because people would have foot that cost. It's what is it, Vermont?
It's Vermont.
Vermont governor. I doubt it would have cost a fortune to get on the ballot. Would it have cost? It's like any other race. If you want to really run, it's going to cost a fortune. But to get on the ballot in Vermont governor, come on, your fans couldn't have fucking. Are you seeing where I'm going?
I
with
know
this?
what. Listen. That's why I brought it up.
I'm not going to speculate.
Don't. The Jews.
I'm not going to speculate, but I'm going to point out that it is very strange for a guy like for me. If I were at that level, like if our show were at the 200K subs, super chat every day, like it's fucking making it rain money, and I knew we had this crossover shit with Kumite and Worski and all them. I would go. You do the math. You go easily and come up with. I'm gonna go with a ballpark and say probably $5,000 to get on the ballot in Vermont as governor.
Yeah.
Maybe 10. So knowing that I have this huge crossover audience, kind of the big YouTube mafia, easily those funds could be raised at no cost to me. I don't have anything in my past, present, or that I know of in my future that could prevent me from holding office. I would go for it.
Okay. Do you want to read what it takes to run for any office in Vermont?
Uh-huh.
I haven't pulled it up here. Consent of candidate required. You must file your consent of candidate from the same time your nomination paperwork petitions. This applies to major party candidates in primary elections, intended candidates, and general elections, and candidates nominated by the party. Now, financial disclosure forms. Each candidate for non-federal statewide office or state representative must also file financial disclosure form prepared by the State Ethics Commission, along with their petition and consent of candidate. It says major party, independent candidates file a statement of nomination, a financial disclosure, and consent of candidate form with the Secretary of State in order to be placed on the ballot. I'm trying to see how much money it costs, and from what I am seeing, it doesn't cost money to be on the ballot. You just have to fill out the forms. From what I'm seeing so far, 5. Okay, here's all you need. Ready?
Okay.
What are we doing? Governor?
Governor.
Okay. If you want to run for governor in the state of Vermont, you need 500 signatures. Want to know what else you need? Nothing else. You need 500 signatures, and you have to fill out the form before a certain time.
Oh, Mr. Warwick.
Eligibility for office. The information below is reference only. The Secretary of State office does not have the authority to determine the eligibility of candidates for office. The Vermont State and Vermont House have constitutional authority to judge qualifications of their members. Okay, to run for governor, you must reside in the state for 4 years, next preceding the day of the election.
That's easy.
That's it.
Buddy.
Oh, you have to be at least 30? And he's older than 30. I know that for sure.
Look, draw your own conclusions. Like I said, I'm not going to speculate, but Royce and I both agree. It's very strange that in a time rife with people doing this sort of thing for publicity, for free publicity, you couldn't scrape up 500 signatures in Vermont and just go for, like, do you understand? I would be gung-ho about this right now. If Florida, to run as as governor of Florida against Rick Scott, all I'd have to do is get 500 signatures. Royce and I would have had that in a week or two. Done. Between our two groups of friends. And I would have been running, and we would have been covering it nonstop on the show, and it would have been great, and we would have get all this free press. That is really weird, bud.
It's odd, right?
Huh. I don't know. I'm curious. I'm curious like a cat.
Tell my friends call me Whiskers.
Why call me Whiskers? Because I'm curious like a cat. So,
All right.
RevengeAssist.com/donate and help chip in a couple bucks,
Have a couple laughs.
I don't know. I'm just saying, background checks. It's just when you do them locally and more extensively, they cost money. So anyway, what's up?
No, it's okay.
Oh, Tarl.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. If we get enough, we'll get a. You guys give us enough. We'll get a little cheap. I'll get a cheap flight out to Vermont.
Tarl Warwick sounds like a guy who fucking is working with Ulfric Stormcloak. Am I wrong?
No, you're fucking right.
Go see my court mage, Tarl Warwick. Because he wouldn't be a fighter guy, right?
No!
He would be in the little mage robes.
Of course.
Clinking a spoon. Going, well, that's about all, I guess, for now. He's casting destruction spells. Wibbledy-wobbledy. Well, that's about all for now, I guess.
I used to be a warrior like you until I got a background check to my past.
Oh, great. Now, you know what? We just found this. This just in now.
Yeah.
Fucking Bethesda's announced down. They're re-releasing Skyrim again for $70. This time with Styx, Hex, and Hammer in it.
It has the Vermont DLC pack.
They didn't have to do much to change it. But Vermont just looks like Skyrim anyway. Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, Tarl.
And also, let me get a better destruction spell, please, because mine's terrible.
It's just throwing hot coffee in people's face.
You cannot fast travel when schools are nearby. It's a Skyrim joke, folks.
Sure, it's a Skyrim joke.
That was fun.
That was fun.
God, that was fun. Having nothing to lose is so much more fun.
Nobody cares anymore. It's fucking. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, hit the report button. Go ahead. I don't even care anymore. Do it. Do it.
Fucking civilians.
Look, I don't have to fucking explain myself to a bunch of civilians, okay? I think I fucking know what a content strike, getting a content strike is like, okay? You weren't in the fucking room, okay? I'm pretty sure I know we were fucking joking around when we were talking about the fucking Jews, okay? I was in the room, okay?
You have some nitro energy on your nostrils.
No, a lot of people do the caveman nitro, but my fucking guy, he's not calling me back.
My caveman nitro is cut with baby laxatives. Fuck. Thank you guys for listening. Today's fucking weird.
I'm sorry.
Day,
Look,
man.
it's fucking Friday. Could you fucking guys please let us just have one day where we just fucking come in with the wheels coming off?
This is fun. I'm enjoying this. I'm having a good time.
Where it's just a fucking disgrace, and then we can come back Monday all, you know, fucking fresh as daisies.
This is fun. This is fun. Fucking. I
don't-
love our Twitch live chat, by the way. I know not everybody sees it, but they're the best. Like, the Twitch live chat is like the fucking hardcore listeners, and they're my favorite.
And I got to give them credit, too. They're always relatively nice to newbies.
Yeah, they are. They are.
For a harsh crowd, they're always nice to new people,
Yeah.
which is good, because most people don't self-govern that well.
They don't. They're fucking great.
Remember the pests? Remember those people?
Yeah.
They were never nice to newbies.
No.
Like, maybe this is why your fan base doesn't grow. Hey, guys, I like the show. Shut up, faggot. Get out of here. Die of AIDS. Like, all right. I was just...
God.
Good day to you, too.
Mike, I was thinking of repackaging you on the show as a guy who's gay. What do you think? The Merch Club for everybody?
We just do the same T-shirts, but with rainbow stuff.
Okay. Mike, it's free to make the design, right? Can you just make one design on the Teespring that has that, but it's rainbow colored? The Revenge of the Sith logo, but rainbow colored? As a matter of fact, I guarantee you our asshole fans will buy them just to be assholes.
I like the idea. I think I want one.
I do too, because think about it. Cis means straight male, but gay colors. Let's do it.
Or I could do each letter.
A different rainbow. I love it.
Or do the shout out. We'll find out. We'll
figure
see.
it out.
We'll see what we can do.
Fuck. Anyway, show's just been a fucking
Come out like a demon, like a gay demon with AIDS.
It's redundant. You could just say gay demon.
Or demon with AIDS.
AIDS, how retro.
Or demon with AIDS, quite frankly. Every straight guy's, running around catching AIDS.
Magic Johnson. That's it.
You think Magic's straight?
Yeah. I really do.
Yeah.
I
You ever
again,
seen his kid?
I would. He's not.
Yeah, but wait, come on.
Are you saying that it's? Well, I guess you might be right because it's at birth and it's genetics can be involved.
You know what we don't have any of in my family?
College graduates.
It's so hurtful and true.
Sorry.
Oh, fuck. Holy shit. Ouch. Oh, my God. That wasn't even locked and loaded either. That just came fucking right out. Oh, shit.
Oh, God. I love Friday shows, man. Friday shows are my favorite.
Man, we got to start dropping the fucking expectations a little bit. Stop
That's what I'm
doing so much
thinking.
work.
Friday shows every day.
No more work.
No more
Put any
work.
more prep in this show.
More money, no work.
Hey, does anybody look? We'll just do. We're going to do live tech support the whole episode. We're just going to talk just directly in the chat room,
Yeah.
like an amateur podcast.
Oh, God.
Does anybody in the chat room know how to do these fucking little cute faces? Get in touch with me. Go to the website, revengeassist.com, fill
Just
out the
hit
contact
this-
us form, get in touch with me. I need to figure out how to make the little faces, but make them like us.
Yeah,
That's all.
I see. Somebody make us faces.
No, I mean, I could do it. That guy kind of looks like you.
By the way, it's so creepy. Again, I'll say the 2K18, speaking of faces, every time I play, then now that you can put your actual face on the character, it freaks me out, man.
Yeah, I got to make a better one with a better picture because I used my mugshot for mine.
Yeah, we'll take a better picture.
And I'm very frowny in the game because I wasn't very happy when I was getting my mugshot.
So it's
taken.
accurate.
No, I'm upbeat.
Mike, there's many things that we could describe.
On this show, I'm upbeat.
Mike, I realize that.
On the camera, I'm upbeat. So why would I be frowning in the game?
You're upbeat. For most people, is clinical depression.
No, that's bullshit. That's lies. Lies. My upbeatness is mania. And then my downbeatness is depression.
Oh, okay.
Called manic depression. Faggot. Let's get that third strike. Let's fucking do it, SPLC. Bring it!
So,
Bring it, fucking. I'm not going to say it.
no, not yet anyway. You want to go to break and maybe then we'll get into stuff second hour. Open up the phone lines, have a couple laughs.
Yeah, let's open up the phone lines. You guys do the fucking work today.
Yeah.
Tired of doing the work every goddamn day.
You know, locked and loaded with good questions. I don't, I know we're awesome. You don't have to keep telling us we're awesome. We got it. We get it.
Yeah.
Before we go to break, though,
Patrons only call in. None of you freeloaders.
yeah.
If you're just sitting around listening.
How are we going to enforce that?
You're sitting around listening. We just go, hey, who's this? We don't have that many patrons. We know who's a patron and who's not.
That's true.
And if they go, hey, like, hey, it's Kazara, you'd be like, ah, you're in. What's up, pal? And if it's somebody else, you're like, who the fuck are you?
So okay, so anybody else gets the Mark Levin treatment. Patrons get to call in.
Who are you, sir?
How much money do you give the program?
You should ask them.
Dude.
How many of my books do you own, sir? And begin.
What's your favorite book and why is it rediscovering Americanism?
I actually read one of his books once.
Which one?
Men in Black.
Is it good?
It was decent. And it's actually, it's like 23, 22 when I bought it. And it was one of those, I was flying and it was going to be a long flight, you know? And I was like, yeah, fuck it. So I bought his Men in Black. It was all about the Supreme Court and how we started using the Supreme Court for everything in this country
Yes.
after a while, and how they've sort of become the de facto leaders of the country because now everything's like, well, we'll just eventually take it to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, it's weird that we have like this old man council that we talk to for everything. It is odd.
Well, we will return. But in the meantime, revengeofthesis.com/donate. If you'd like to help sign up, be a patron, whatevs. If not, you're probably going to do some shopping soon.
Yes.
And statistically, probably going to do some of that shopping on Amazon.com. So go to revengeofthesis.com/donate. You'll see Amazon banners on that page. Click on one of those, then do your shopping. It doesn't affect you in any way. However,
we will steal your information.
We will get all your credit card information, the expiration date, the code on the back, and your name. It's going to be beautiful for us.
It's going to be
because
great.
Daddy needs some new stuff. But no, it doesn't affect you in any way. But we get a couple shekels. They think we're the ones that told you about Amazon.
We did. Have you heard of this site? It's called Amazon.
I think it's going to be a big deal.
We need to do an AOL commercial for the Amazon thing where you walk in and go, hey, have you checked out Amazon? You mean the rainforest? And we explain to people what it is. That'll be a promo for it.
And then we'll compare it to we'll do it, but then we'll reference the WWE, but we'll call it the WWF.
Perfect.
Still.
Yes. Guys, we'll be right back. Revenge of the Sis.
Don't go anywhere. If you just put in the code Alex10, and of course, that'll be 10% off from our already low price of $250 for every 4 capsules. Hey folks, this is Jay Leno, the star of the hit film Collision Course, and I'd like to take a moment out there and talk to you about the very real dangers posed by Zionism in this country.
I was riding around on my motorcycle out there in the Arizona desert when I was kidnapped by a UFO and sexually assaulted by aliens.
Show me how you suck a guy's cock. The last time I'm gonna ask you.
From all of us here at Revenge of the Sis, we'd like to thank each and every one of our friends and fans for helping us become one of the fastest growing breakout shows on the internet. In less than 1 year, we have been able to bring you news before it breaks, as well as the funniest and most consistent political and social commentary around. Here are some ways you can help us continue to grow our brand. Sign up as a contributor by going to patreon.com/we're not sorry and pledging a monthly amount. Anyone who pledges $12 or more is eligible for occasional giveaways and prizes. And if you pledge $25 or more, we will promote your brand or product live on our show. We understand if you are unable to commit to a monthly recurring donation, but if you would like to contribute one time, you can do so by going to paypal.me/we're not sorry. Another unique way to help our show expand while also promoting your own brand or service is by modeling one of our shirts. Go to teespring.com, search for Revenge of the Sis, and you'll find plenty of options to choose from. Take a picture of you modeling our shirt and email it to revengeofthesis@gmail.com. That is revengeofthecis@gmail.com. Be sure to include a web address or a social media account for whatever you want us to promote, and we will feature you on an episode of our show. Since YouTube is now throttling our traffic and Twitter has us shadow banned, there are many other ways you can help without giving us a dime. Every time you invite a friend to like our Facebook page, retweet or share a meme from our social media accounts, or share one of our videos to your own pages, you are helping us to get discovered by more like-minded individuals who will join our ranks and help us grow. Rate us 5 stars on Facebook, Roku, and iTunes. Encourage others to follow @ROTC Media on Twitter. You can also help ROTC by supporting friends of our show, such as LA Werewolf, Connecting Right Radio, Radical Mothering, Folklore Americana, the Mad American Network, Wolfman's Activism and Entertainment, and the Revolutionary Conservative. Find all of these links and more by going to our brand new website, revengeofthesis.com.
In a world where our very way of life seems to be under attack from all sides, and our freedoms are slowly being ripped away, Guns for Tards is fighting the good fight to help protect America from its enemies by advocating Second Amendment rights for our nation's most vulnerable and often overlooked citizens, the mentally challenged. Our founding fathers believed that a well-armed, trained, and educated citizenry was the key to a free and prosperous society. But Meatloaf also said, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. We believe that Tards are our second-to-last line of defense against ISIS, and we at Guns for Tards aim to provide the means and the programs to give proper training and resources to Tards in your area, helping to make the country a safer place. There are over 40 million mentally challenged Americans living today, and by 2020, we plan to arm at least 10% of them. We want to get as many guns in the hands of as many tards as we can. But we won't be able to do it without your help. So please, pledge your help today. Arm a tard. It's not that hard. Go to www.gunsfortards.com for more information, or follow us on Facebook or Twitter by searching for Guns for Tards.
Gunsfortards.com. Gunsfortards.com. Extra rounds for folks with downs, helping to protect your town. Gunsfortards.com.
What is your return policy there?
30 days, no charge.
Ooh,
All
30
right.
days. Sounds fair. My goodness, Dennis, this feels good. Feels good in my hands. Oh, good, my kids are
I
safe.
saved everyone!
Yeah, my yard's protected.
So, of course it feels good, but that only proves our point even more. We'll take 2 of these,
Yeah.
Gunther.
Great. I'll need your licenses for the background check.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you can drive, you can kill.
Oh, Christ, look at this.
That was fast.
You've been denied.
What? That's ludicrous. Why?
It says here you have an extensive history of felonious behavior.
There have been incidents, sure, yeah, a few minor indiscretions, but, I'm simply a person of interest in most of those cases, all right? And being wanted for questioning are very, very, very different things, Gunther.
And you've been institutionalized.
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, one time, for a short period of time, that was against my will. That doesn't even really count.
It's the only time it counts, Dee.
Okay, look, it was like a teeny thing that happened with a college roommate. It was really no big deal.
It says here you burned her.
I burned her, yeah, I burned her. But she was so annoying. I mean, she deserved it, okay? She was wearing my stuff, and she was copying me, and...
You were copying her.
I was copying her, she was copying me. It doesn't matter.
Look, I'm sorry, but I can't sell you the guns.
Oh, well, look at you. Oh, Gunther, the morality king. Hi, I'm Gunther. I've never lit anybody on fire before. You light one bitch on fire and everybody freaks out. Oh, you son of a bitch. It was one time and one thing.
Relax, relax.
Second hour. Revenge of the Sis. Opening up the phone lines. 954 573 2780. That's how you call the show.
I'm getting unconfirmed reports, and again, another guy who's loosely known by our audience, one of our C to D tier celebs on the show, Mr. Jordan Kurt, rock and mineral guy, absolute crazy person. He's reporting that he is being detained against his will at Arbor Hospital in Boston. I don't know if this is true. Or
He's been doing, I don't know, man. He's been doing these bits for a while.
But I'm talking about this with some people that know the guy mutually, and some of our audience know. For those of you who don't know, Jordan Kurt is a guy that has done many of our TWP memes. Any TWP memes that you've seen that I didn't make, Jordan Kurt probably made them. He's joined us, me and Nick Blackburn, and fucking with a lot of people online. But he's also nuts. We fought with him before. Remember, he was the one that yelled at us because Augustus Invictus came on our show.
Right.
And he said he was an evil Satanist piece of shit, and we'd be better off having him on the show to talk about rocks and minerals. Anyways, nuts. We are now speculating behind the scenes, but we do actually think it's legit. Because if anybody was going to be detained for being crazy, it would be him.
Possibly. He's been doing all these weird bits.
Look, he's saying it has to do with his Facebook use.
So he says he's in a hospital being detained, but they let him keep his phone?
Look.
I have a picture here, Jordan. I don't mean to dox him, but there he is.
That's the guy. The minerals, Marie. It's one of the By the way, Vince Gilligan, nobody writes better quirks for people.
Yep.
Like, there are certain shows like Sopranos, like David Chase. There's certain writers that, they make it too much. They go too over the top with it. Or they make somebody, you can tell, I'm trying to write a quirky character. Vince Gilligan just writes people that are, Like they feel like real people. Like he took up that mineral hobby after he got shot. He was bored.
It was so,
and it is like everybody has known a dull person that's into minerals and stuff. And it's just funny that it was like this weird, quirky thing that he got into. It made me like Hank more. Am I nuts for that? Like it kind of humanizes him. Yeah, like he's depressed and he can't go to work and he's like oh, minerals. Like it's just there's such a nerd factor to it. And then when he's trying to explain minerals to Walt, and Walt's like, yeah, it's fascinating stuff.
When Walt has all this real fucking drama in his life.
But yeah, but he's also explaining basic things about minerals excitedly to a guy who's a fucking genius chemist who's like, oh, that's cute. Yes. They do that. Fucking moron. They're minerals, Marie. But look, I'm just saying, free my nigga Jordan Kurt, too. They're coming for everybody, man. They're coming for the Hank Hughes and the Jordan Kurtz. All the fucking crazy people that we love. That make America, America.
Well, they're also coming for Allison Mack. Smallville actress Allison Mack.
Yeah, they
We've
are.
talked about this before. Takes control of branding cult NXIVM after arrest of leader Keith Raniere. As it is revealed, he had sex with a 12-year-old dog walker and forced a follower to run headfirst into a tree. This is from DailyMail.com. This is not from fucking some weird, like, boomer site. This Satanist cult. This is legit. Now, we're gonna read Allison Mack. She played Chloe on Smallville. For those who don't know. But before we get into that, I wanted to play a little bit of some video here of background information of this cult. Now you could call it a cult. It's confirmed. It's a fucking cult. Called NXIVM.
We are told the rendezvous was a secret. 5 women summoned to a house outside Albany, New York, one night this past March. Sarah Edmondson says she was one of them, willingly participating in a strange initiation ritual led by a woman who told everyone to take off their clothes and put on a blindfold.
Let us in blindfolded and sat us in a semicircle, buck naked, no clothes, on a sheepskin rug.
Edmondson told authorities that she thought they were going to get tattoos. Instead, she says, they found out they were all going to be branded.
What the fuck? What is this about, man? I know this has been around for a couple months now.
Yeah.
What is this about, dude?
What was that like? It was worse than childbirth. Imagine a hot laser dragged across your flesh for 30 minutes without anesthetic.
30 minutes?
At this point...
Yeah, what were they writing? The Declaration of Independence?
What? Seriously? What the fuck? You writing your fucking manifesto? Like that, it should...
You're probably wondering, how in the world did this happen? Sarah seems so...
Why couldn't you just make an NXIVM logo? Like, how much could that have cost?
I don't know, man.
For the old kapow and go, You're like, all right, fine, I got it.
Normal. She lives in Vancouver, where she is a wife and mother with a
Smallville was also filmed in Canada, Vancouver, just so everyone knows.
successful film and television career.
Do I know you? I don't.
Oh, she was an actress too, dude. So this cult had a lot of female actors.
Oh no, yeah, they were all, dude. 2 of them were from Smallville.
Yeah. It was the one who played Lana and Allison Mack, the one who's getting in trouble now.
But there's, yeah, it was most of it was like high-profile girls that you would get.
I never forget a face.
But her life changed after she crossed paths with a secretive self-help group called NXIVM, and it's
NXIVM. So it's not. I was saying NXIVM because it seemed that way, but okay, NXIVM.
its charismatic leader, Keith Raniere.
I'm an interesting person. I'm a controversial person, but most importantly, I'm an unconventional.
I'm a swinger.
Is he a Fred Armisen character?
Oh my God, he really is. I've been happily divorced for 11 years, pal.
I feel like I'm watching a documentary now,
Yep.
but one where they just horrendously missed the mark and it's not funny.
Yeah.
You know, you're
Well,
like,
hold on,
this
give it a
got
chance.
dark.
We're only a minute in. It's hilarious.
According to promotional materials, even as a child, Raniere was destined for greatness. Speaking in full sentences at age 1, reading at age 2, judo
I was
champ.
branding my own girls by the time I was 9 years old.
In full sentences at age 1, reading at age 2, judo champ and concert-level pianist at 13.
I was told that he was one of the smartest men in the world and just an incredible man.
With that, I'm going to pass the microphone over to Mr. Raniere.
So incredible.
Why do these guys, like, why do people who hit this level of genius, why are they always evil? Why don't we get a good, halfway decent ratio out of this?
There's never a good Ozymandias, you're saying?
There's never a genius good guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's always a
strong guy.
It's always like all of our super geniuses, most of them turn out to be fucking psychopaths and take a complete police department to take them down.
But maybe that says something. Like, think about that for a second.
You
Like,
just figure it all out and you're like,
once you maybe
I'm gonna
we
murder hookers, I guess.
It's like, I don't know what that means, but you look again, like, even the ones that are supposedly good geniuses, like Neil Tyson to talk down to you, Grasse is always yelling at everybody. They're one-trick ponies. Like, the guy knows a lot about, space and this and that, but he's not a deep thinker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or James Woods is a genius and he's a horrendous person.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It just seems like they're all just terrible. But it seems like when you get to super genius level, they're like branding, torturing women, and decapitating hookers at truck stops. And you're like, what are you doing? Like, you could have been somebody. Yeah.
Names that an ordinary name just won't do. Participants say they're taught to.
All right.
Why do they always do the Jesus look?
Dude.
They always do the David Koresh.
Yeah, but instead he fucking looks like one of the fabulous Freebirds.
Oh no!
Doesn't he? Like the fucking 80s wrestler?
He really does look like one of Now go on, Terry Bam Bam Gordy.
Call
Raniere Vanguard.
Vanguard. Yes. Vanguard is the name that we refer to Keith as because he is a leader of a philosophical movement.
At the heart of NXIVM training is something called intensives.
Dude, sounds just like Scientology.
I was thinking the same exact thing.
It's
You take the same thing. You take
This is the great value Scientology.
You take this regimented fucking breaking someone down psychologically experiments, and you disguise them as, group exercises, and then you just brand people. It's insane.
We should make our fans call us Vanguards.
Speaking of Allison Mack, I banged a porn actress named Allie Mack, the girl who disappeared.
Fun
She
fact.
actually disappeared. I guess she's dead. I would assume.
Which former members say are like group therapy, running as long as 14 hours a day and up to 16 days. Edmondson says she attended her first one in 2005. She says it cost over $2,000.
I left my 5-day, my initial training.
Dude, 5-day, there's something about these things that they have to come up with these weird nicknames. You know what I mean?
That's part of the thing, though. It's the marketing. It's the mentality.
I guess you're right.
We need to rebrand our show.
Okay.
More like this.
Okay, I like this.
Start really, really psychologically breaking down and torturing our people, our fans, and turn them into acolytes. What do you guys think in the chat? Huh? You guys game for a little torture?
Do we need names? Do we need to be like the leader?
And I promise, guys,
Mike,
we're going to brand you, but we'll do the one time. We're not fucking psychopaths who are going to write something on you with a soldering iron. That's insane. One-time brand, like cattle, which is what you are. Cattle.
You look nothing like the Bean.
And that is all you will ever be.
As if a veil.
I was just channeling Keith Raniere.
Dude, that's what it is. It's like as soon as you watch this, you're like, this guy knows what he's doing.
And I could see things more clearly in my life.
In promotional materials and videos, NXIVM claims
Another
more than
thing like Scientology. Got to make that fucking fun brochure video.
With the fucking Hall & Oates playing in the background.
NXIVM, come find out what it's all about. Everybody's just all hanging out. Everybody has long sleeves on to cover up their fucking branding scars.
16,000 people worldwide have taken its courses.
How many? How many?
I left my 5 more clearly.
More than 16,000 people worldwide have taken its courses. But participants are required to sign a confidentiality agreement. So what do we actually know about this secretive self-help group? According to
NXIVM, spend the rest of your life wearing shirts in the pool.
members, NXIVM has its own lingo.
Suppressive. That stole that now. At this point, it's copyright infringement.
And the
Parasites.
sessions came to involve practices such as chanting, a special handshake, even bowing.
To Vanguard.
Former members like Mark Vicente say anyone unwilling to go along with the rituals would be scorned.
If you question Keith Raniere, the hits the fan.
Like
you
what?
You are prideful. How dare you? Don't you realize you owe everything to him?
No, I don't.
How does
leaving?
Bye.
I'm an adult man. I'm gonna leave.
But again, man, there's something to be said about these geniuses.
But before he founded NXIVM, Raniere's first big idea came in the 1990s, hawking memberships in an ill-fated network marketing company.
His name is Keith Raniere. His idea is called Consumer's Byline.
Consumer's Byline may help you.
This promotional video for Consumer's Byline from the 1990s features the late Eddie Albert of Green Acres fame and a painfully awkward pitchman, 31-year-old Keith Raniere.
Keith, happy to see you again.
Yes, happy to see you too.
It's
What is happening?
He talks like Mark Zuckerberg.
Is this Autism Week?
Did you see that? It's some dude.
What is going on this week with the videos we're finding?
an amazing idea.
Yes, well, sometimes it even amazes me. But
Hang on, he wasn't done. Go back, because I like the. You gotta go back now.
No. I am finding the actual Consumer Byline thing. I'm sorry, but we have to see this.
Sidetracked.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's fucking. It's still involved in the same subject, but we gotta get the side. We gotta see this thing uncut.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's important. Consumer Byline commercial. Here it is.
Look ahead what the whole world wanted. Opportunity. Opportunity to do.
Consumer's Byline is
to be.
During that time, she says she got.
So people came to nourish and to be nourished by America. And a miracle happened. As they applied their muscle and their mind.
Got it.
Keith Raniere.
I got it.
His idea is called Consumer's Byline, and I'd like you to meet this
This is
impressive
the only
young
version.
man. Keith, happy to see you again.
Yes, happy to see you too.
It's an amazing idea.
Yes, well, sometimes it even amazes me. But Consumer's Byline is wonderful, and it's working. We've been able to concentrate all this purchasing power, literally hundreds of thousands of buyers, to get a better deal from the sellers.
That's like Walmart.
But in the beginning, we were just 5 friends sitting around
Like Amazon.
discussing the kind of business we'd like to be part of. You know, something socially valuable, run on honest principles, just friends talking.
How did anybody follow this man? Has no charisma? He's a fucking robot.
You know what you are, Royce? You are prideful. You obviously are not able to see his genius, and you will not open up your heart to the NXIVM line of products.
Is it okay? What are the so now there's products involved?
Well, are you not gonna sell the products, or
I don't know what the products are. Here, let's go.
Amazing idea.
Yes, well, sometimes it even amazes me. But Consumer's Byline is
That butt
wonderful.
is my favorite.
It's the best transition I've ever
And
seen
it
in
really
my
was
life.
a brilliant idea.
That's
it
how I'm
was
gonna transition
based on
from
the
now
premise
on,
of as
story
a
to
group
story.
collectively we
But-
can buy in bulk and we can save a lot of money.
Tony Natali knew Raniere before he was Vanguard.
When you met him, did he seem like a genius?
He seemed like a geek. And I sat down and I asked him, I said, so you have a 240 IQ. Why are you doing this? He said, this is the platform.
First of all, he does not have a 240 IQ.
She said it.
That's, I don't.
Why would Tony Natalie lie?
From Consumers Byline.
Yes.
All right, let's. I'm looking
I'm
up
gonna change the
240
law.
IQ.
But not everyone was buying what Raniere was selling. Attorneys general in several states began looking into Consumers Byline's practices.
We first told you about Consumers Byline last May when the company was accused of being an illegal pyramid scheme.
The company settled without admitting wrongdoing.
It's 240 IQ. Do you know what like a professional IQ test?
Yeah.
Doesn't go above like a 160.
Right.
Most people. It's you can get a 240. You can maybe get a 200 IQ if you take one of those bullshit online
The Facebook
quizzes
quiz?
and you get them all right. You get all fucking 8 questions right. 240. I had to look it up because it's like you're talking about Einstein and all these other guys where they were like in the 180s. You know, it's how dare you, sir? How dare you?
But agreed
He was a 240 IQ at getting pussy.
to pay hundreds.
Yeah, but I mean,
of
come
thousands.
on. The chicks from Smallville, like CW actresses, and not even, come on, you got the fucking.
No, but he's been steadily getting pussy, it seems like, since the 80s.
Thousands of dollars to the states. After that, the company went bust. By that time, Tony Natale was all in. She had left her husband and moved to Albany with her young son to be with Keith. They were together for nearly 6 years.
Here's the smartest man in the world, willing to help you through.
No, you're the dumbest woman in the world. You fell for it. You left your family because you were a moron.
Your emotional issues. Help you heal sexually. I'm going to help you heal intellectually. You just have to trust me.
Natali says she witnessed the early days of NXIVM. Raniere had just partnered with a woman named Nancy Saltzman, and together they created teachings known as rational inquiry and methods that in court filings Natali later likened to brainwashing.
What Keith does, he elicits all that information from you. My opinion is that what they do from there is they take that information and they utilize that. Where can I not build you up but break you down?
Dude, look, I don't understand why they're showing this woman like she's a victim. Listen, he preyed on stupid people. You don't. Let me tell you something. You don't need a 240 IQ to prey on stupid people.
No, of course not.
You just have to be a good hustler.
You think Joel Osteen is a fucking smart genius?
No.
He just knows how to get dumb Boomer Hicks to feel good for a couple hours a week.
Yep.
Over time, Natali says her relationship with Raniere changed. He started to get aggressive, controlling, and worse.
When I no longer wanted to have relationships with him any longer, he would rape me.
In a court filing, she alleged that NXIVM was a cult presided over by Raniere and that he raped her repeatedly. In their filings, NXIVM lawyers say Natali's allegations are false. They call them scurrilous, scandalous, and slanderous. Sarah Edmondson says when she was involved in NXIVM, Raniere taught that women were to be subservient to men.
The guy isn't all bad.
Yeah, seriously. Broken clocks right twice a day.
Yeah, okay, hey, you know what? Look, he's just mad because they took away his world record of Donkey Kong.
He had a Billy Mitchell vibe.
Billy Mitchell
Holy
over
shit.
here took away his world record.
And that he practiced what he preached by having what amounts to a harem of women.
I've spoken to 5 different women who were in the harem, and it was like having a normal boyfriend, except you didn't know when you were going to see him next. And then he'd go.
So like having a normal boyfriend.
Off with another woman the next day.
How does he do it? Because to be honest, he looks like a schlub.
Hey, don't body shame him, all right?
No, seriously.
Jeez.
Could you imagine if that was the other way around?
Oh, dude. It would be fucking horrendous.
Could you imagine if somebody was like, yeah, I mean, you know, fucking Brad Pitt, he got out when the getting's good, though, right? Because Angelina started to look like kind of a pig, am I right?
And by the way,
She's kind of a schlub.
And by the way, woman dressed like my grandma's couch. How fucking dare you?
Yeah, fucking dressed out of the Hillary Clinton collection.
Yeah, seriously.
Right. My personal belief is that it's one gigantic hypnotic induction. I think that there's a certain percentage of people that are susceptible.
In fact, his followers are so devoted that they travel in from all over the world to celebrate Ranieri's birthday, an annual celebration known.
Everybody here, we don't need in society. Everyone that showed up to this, we don't need.
You could gas them all, and
We
we'd
don't
be like,
need them in society because what is the point?
You could, and I guarantee you, if there's 200 people there, you could kill all 200 of them, and there would be 40 missing persons reports filed.
Yep.
The rest of them wouldn't be missed by nary a soul.
Followers are so devoted that they travel in from all over the world to celebrate Ranieri's birthday, an annual celebration known as Vanguard Week.
Wishing Vanguard a happy
Isn't
birthday.
Vanguard kind of a Scientology word?
Yeah, that or like.
Don't they have like the Vanguard Freedom Soul Warrior Award or whatever the fuck they?
Yes, but more adjectives.
But it's.
I loved V Week. I loved it. It was like my
V
favorite
Week?
time of year. I missed my best friend's wedding. It still makes me emotional because that's more important to be a V Week.
That's what makes you emotional, is missing your best friend's wedding, not the violent fucking rapings and no fucking getting branded by lasers.
Here's the thing. Yeah, I know that's a big part of it. This bitch fucking rode the wave and then left, and now she's like, "What a terrible guy this guy is." I'm gonna get in.
And we're not defending him. He's a piece of
no,
shit,
he's
by the way.
terrible. But you were an accomplice. You weren't
Yeah.
like a fucking.
Yeah.
This is just.
I missed her wedding.
You were deeply
I was
in.
deep in.
And also, every fucking cult like group and movement and genre and culture has some sort of special week or weekend, right? Like, you know what I mean?
Like
Even
Fleet
the,
Week.
Yeah, the Juggalos have like the Gathering weekend, right? There's certainly. So of course you go, man. I look back, man. I loved those weeks. Of course you did. You were high up in a cult that was doing their weekly, yearly thing. Of course, everybody would be like, "Yeah, it's the greatest week ever."
It's a music festival.
People were getting branded with soldering irons.
Was in the group for 12 years, rising through the ranks. During that time, she says she got close to Nancy Saltzman's daughter, Lauren. Lauren.
Okay.
They banged.
What? During that.
Well, yeah, everything I'm reading, yeah, probably, because, I mean, there's still, after play the video, it's almost over. I'm going to read what's going on with Allison Mack, but don't those smiles look like under duress smiles? Especially the one on the right, like, get me out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but, you know, pretty sure there was, you know.
Would you smash?
Oh, of course. But the doors weren't chained, you know.
You're right.
So
that we know of.
Time, she says she got close to Nancy Saltzman's daughter, Lauren. Lauren was even Edmondson's maid of honor.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
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 Holy, this guy, quality chicks, man.
She's like my therapist, and in the ranking system, she's also above me.
Then in March, after all their years together in NXIVM, Sarah says Lauren
Bitch
approached-
dresses like the, like Lydia in Breaking Bad.
Holy fuck. She even kind of looks like her. You're fucking right.
And she's also above me.
Then in March, after all their years together in NXIVM,
This
Sarah
hoe
says
has a
Lauren-
nice view.
She does.
This hoe has a very nice view.
Yeah, Lucy Brawless is doing good.
Bruh,
An
I want a
approach-
fucking view like that.
her about a new and mysterious opportunity.
Life-changing, but top secret.
But Edmondson claims Lauren Saltzman demanded highly compromising collateral first. In response,
So this is, again, like Scientology, like when they
blackmail.
when they do the audits and they get all your personal information.
she says she and some others ended up providing nude photos of themselves.
Instantly, all my alarm bells are going
Absolutely.
off. So what?
Wow, you're a real detective.
I don't like
I
this
did it
woman.
because I trusted
Who's
her.
this woman that I don't like?
The reporter?
Only
Yes.
then did she gain
We'll figure
entry.
it out.
And the
Oh,
first step is
she's-
making a
she's
vow of
atrocious.
obedience. to
Someone tell us who the reporter is.
Yeah,
her
this
as
reporter woman
me
is
being a slave and
horrendous.
her being my master. Again,
Slave? She used the
slave.
word
She
slave.
used the word
I just hate. I'm sorry. I'm starting to focus.
I get it.
I hate her.
slave.
Did you object?
Of course, yeah. I'm objecting.
Everything is.
every stage of the way. And she said, it's a metaphor. It's like guru disciple.
All of this, she says, led up to the night when she and 4 women submitted one by one to being branded by this woman, she says, Dr. Danielle Roberts.
Totally not a lesbian.
Yeah, she's got a fucking, and again with that Joan Jett haircut.
She looks like fucking, she's about to do a set. She's like Paula Poundstone.
Yeah, she's got Rick Rude's haircut, and she's dressed like a combination of like fucking Phil Spector and Richard Belzer.
It's really bad.
This woman's the worst.
And then the woman on the table screamed out in pain, you know, twisted and turned and yelled. And the woman I was with holding her legs down, we looked at each other and we just wept.
Why didn't you let go and run out of there even naked?
She was naked.
Because I'm retarded.
It didn't seem like a choice at the time.
And can you just stand up and point where the brand is?
So it's right here.
Could you just show it?
Right under
Come
my...
on.
Oh, it's in the bikini line for those that aren't seeing it. So yeah, it's not on your arm. Put it in a good place. It's within the bikini line.
Underwear line.
Oh, dude, that's a fucking legit burn. It's third degree, dude.
And that's long ago, so that's fucking bad.
That looks like it must have fucking hurt so much.
An attorney for Dr. Danielle Roberts tells ABC News the allegations are unfounded. But Edmondson did file a complaint on Dr. Roberts with the New York Department of Health. In response, the agency said the issues she described are not medical misconduct.
What do you guys consider medical misconduct then?
Edmondson believes.
Well, I'm looking at the letter, and it looked like they said something that since it was outside the scope of like medical care, like she wasn't doing it officially as a capacity.
To define the parameters of medical misconduct, the issues described did not occur when the doctor-patient. Oh, because it didn't occur during a doctor-patient
Yeah, I
relationship.
tortured a person, but they weren't my patient.
Oh, okay.
So
case dismissed.
Bing.
Described are not medical misconduct. Edmondson believes that Raniere should also be held accountable.
Okay, there he looks like a David Cross character.
He does. He looks like a like if you
when Tobias grew his hair out with the horsehair,
he looks like a rabbit, like a person, rabbit, like a rabbit person.
Because she says she saw a text come in from him as she held Lauren Saltzman's phone, filming the branding.
When we were doing the branding, a text came through from Keith, and it said, "How are they all doing with each other?" To
So he
Lauren.
knew.
He knew. He knew that we were all being branded.
Raniere did not respond to our requests for an interview, but in a letter posted on the group's website, Raniere says there is no merit to the allegations that we are abusing, coercing, or harming individuals. Raniere says that secret sorority is not part of NXIVM, and I'm not associated with the group. The letter also says our experts say members of the sorority are thriving, healthy, happy, better off, and haven't been coerced.
This guy.
He said they haven't been coerced, man.
This is the most defensive statements I've ever seen in my
The
life.
last time I saw a defensive statement like this, it was 2 a.m. on Sunday night.
Did I say not coerced? By the way, did I mention that these women were not coerced? Not coerced.
If they said they were, I'll kill them.
Excuse me, sir. Do you know where the restroom is? Not coerced.
Well, so now everyone gets the gist of this thing.
He seems like a nice guy. Why do they have a fucking graphic of him that looks like an NES game? Oh my God, I hate the reporter lady. Everything about this is terrible. I hate the fact that the weird, creepy looking but kind of cute girl from Smallville.
Smallville actress Allison Mack, who played Chloe, takes control of branding cult NXIVM after arrest of leader Keith Raniere. So this came out before he was arrested, and is revealed that he had sex with a 12-year-old dog walker and forced a follower to run headfirst into a tree. Smallville actress Allison Mack has taken control of branding cult. Mac 35, who played Chloe, one of Clark Kent's best friends in the 10 series, should have been 2, of the hit show Smallville, is now effective ruler of the group, which once had thousands of members throughout North America. She is the one person still doing her best to hold the group together Frank Pallardo, a former spokesman of the cult, revealed. She is still virtually working while most of the rest of us have just given up following Rainier's arrest. Allison is so deluded that she thinks she can keep this going. Rainier, who will appear in court in Brooklyn, New York on Friday, built his following using tens of millions of dollars from his inheritance of his sisters, Sarah and Claire, heirs of Seagram's liquor fortune. What? That's just a weird thing to add to that, right?
Wait, the last part?
Yeah, the Seagram's liquor fortune. This guy's money is from the Seagram's liquor fortune.
That is weird.
Weird, right? Who were devoted followers. Pallardo estimates he has spent at least $200 million of their money, losing vast sums on the commodities market, filing dozens of lawsuits against defectors, and buying property. Pallardo and Mack and a small group of followers, including Battlestar Galactica actress Nikki Klein.
This is such a weird fucking, what a fucking who's who of who's.
Again, it's like Great Value Scientology. They don't get the A-listers,
No,
man.
that's hilarious. It is a great value Scientology across the board. Like you said, even the off-brand fucking actresses they're getting.
So Battlestar Galactica actress Nikki Klein, who has reportedly married Mac.
They probably got like the old.
Whoa!
They got the old sister from fucking Seventh Heaven on there.
Allison Mack got gay married to a chick from Battlestar Galactica. This story has everything. Pallardo said Mack and a small group of followers, including Battlestar Galactica Nikki Klein, who has reportedly married Mack, and Dynasty star Catherine Oxenberg's daughter, India, are moving the few devoted members of NXIVM who remain. Catherine Oxenberg, 56, has become the face of opposition to NXIVM, pronounced NXIVM, as a virtually the only parent willing to go public in a bid to get the daughter to leave. She is writing a book called Captive. Yeah, you have to cash internet. About her ordeal, she told My People magazine that NXIVM is dangerous and mind-controlling cult, and her public stance has made her a heroine among others fighting Rainier. We were looking for a knight in shining armor. We got a princess. Rainier's former girlfriend, Tony Natalie, told Daily, okay, look, we get it, women power, but if the women were so smart, they wouldn't have been in this cult to begin with.
Yeah.
Catherine stands alone as a parent. The only ones who stood up to my mother is who is now dead in Catherine. Again, look, man, I hate victims. And again, if a fucking, we'll keep going to read here, but if a 12-year-old dog walker was raped, that's fucking disgusting. I feel terrible for that girl. She's a fucking child, you know, and she was raped, and that's gross. However, let's not pretend like, you know, like even the crazy lady in the Nightline thing was saying you should have left. Leave. No one is making you be there.
Yeah.
You know?
It's weird when people get into these things, especially with so many documented historical instances of these things, that we have so much information to go on now that it's very easy to deduce that you're being taken advantage of or in a cult-like situation. It's like multi-level marketing. You know what it is after you hear 2 or 3 sentences. You go, so wait, what? So you get people to sign up, and you sell stuff, right? But you get other people to sell stuff, and then if they sell stuff, they're under you, and eventually it takes on some sort of like a pyramid type shape.
And eventually someone gets a Ferrari.
But that's like, but when you get to a cult and you're like, you're yelling at me for being prideful and saying I owe everything in my entire life to this guy I met 4 weeks ago, I'm confused. Like, you know, and eventually you go, wait a second, before you have before you go grab your sleepover bag and decide to live there, at some point you go, I'm starting to think this might be one of those cults I'm always hearing about.
We were looking for Knight in Shining. All right, Catherine stands alone as a parent. The only one who stood up were my mother, who is now dead. Where are these other girls' mothers? Where in the hell is Allison Mack's mother? Does she live under a rock? Does she not read the newspapers?
If I remember the adventures of Alice Mack, she was usually down.
Allison Mack.
Oh, okay.
DailyMail.com found Mac's mother, Mindy, at the $1.2 million home in Los Alamitos in California. that she shares with her opera singer husband, Jonathan. Mindy Mack said that she was not interested in talking about her daughter's involvement before slamming the door. Allison Mack's older brother, Shannon, said, "I'm sorry, I can't talk to you." Mack's press agent, Michelle Bega, told Daily News, "We appreciate your interest, however, we will not respond to questions." Mack, who was once a rising star with dozens of credits in her resume, is herself in legal danger. She is a co-conspirator in Rainier's case, accused of recruiting girls to be her master's sexual conquest. So that's not great.
This is not going well. This is going to be dude, what the fuck is it about Hollywood where there's this weird, everybody's just so susceptible to like pedophilia and cults and branding and sexual torture. It's like, can't anybody in Hollywood get a boner by just appreciating a woman and having sex with them like a normal person?
According to court filings, they've retained a lawyer. Keith Rainier had sex with a 12-year-old girl after one of his harem hired her as a dog walker, specifically so he could get close to her, according to a new court document released Thursday. That's fucking gross. That's disgusting, and he should be in jail. And the depraved cult leader told one of his sex slaves that the age of sexual consent was too rigid and that it should be lowered to when a child's parents say the child is capable of consent. U.S. Attorney Richard Donahue told the judge who was hearing the case. Rainier is now 57, also had regular sex with a 15-year-old when he was in his 20s, and his lecture suggests that rape and incest should not be crimes. Donahue alleged in a letter. The defendant has decade-long history of abusing women and girls, the prosecutor wrote. Donahue was arguing against giving Rainier bail and was asking Judge Stephen Tresciani to keep him locked up until his trial. The government submits that there is no condition or combination of conditions that will adequately assure the safety of the community, the defendant's return to court, the defendant's compliance with the court's directives, or the integrity of the trial process. Therefore, the government respectfully requests the defendant be permanently detained pending trial. They're not letting him out on bail or anything because they're afraid that he's going to make people do something fucking. The Ted Kaczynski thing is basically what's happening right now.
Oh boy! So
he's not getting bail. He has to be permanently detained because he could be a fucking problem because his following, because the way he talks. You know, that's what they're doing.
That's well, it's probably for the best. I mean, this isn't some. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of like, I'm a constitution. But yeah, okay, I understand that. But when you're running a fucking sex cult and you're allegedly branding people, maybe it's time to put everybody on lockdown, figure this thing out.
She has financed the defendant repeatedly over the years, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, man, it's fucking crazy, right?
Yeah, dude. And I used to have a little thing for fucking old homegirl from Smallville. It was pretty cute. Both of them. They were both cute. And they're both crazy fucking sex cult people. I think a lot of shit's going to come out about this. Like, this is just the beginning. Yeah. I think a lot of creepy, horrible stuff's going to come out about this guy.
But how much more horrible than what I just read?
Worse. Oof. This stuff's just been out for like a month or two. Like, stuff's been kind of coming out about it, but this hasn't gone to trial yet. When they start going to trial, boy, buddy,
that's a good
people
point.
Start testifying, shit's gonna get real.
That's a good point.
We're gonna hear some shit,
dude. Fucking nuts.
Why do? I'm telling you, man, something about like, I'm a genius, and then like something about genius people. They just want to fucking sexually torture people, and rip flies off of fucking. Rip the wings off of butterflies. They're just psychopaths. I don't know why.
By the way, update boomers are still yelling at you.
Are they?
On Twitter. I'm just letting you know.
Hey, boomers.
Hey, boomers.
I don't see any of it. Maybe they're just yelling at you, Mr. Tough Guy.
I didn't
You're
do it.
I haven't. Mr. Tough Guy.
I never do anything.
You're the one fucking going out yelling at people.
What?
Yeah.
I don't like any of this.
You know what you did.
Hey, you sent me this. Twerk Teacher, the 60-second documentary. What is this?
Should we sit play? Let's go for it. Let's do this. Let's just plow into it. Let's all enjoy it together. You, me, the audience.
I haven't seen this yet. Okay, here we go.
You're never too anything to dance. You're never too fat. You're never too uncoordinated. Just pop your booty. I'm Gabby Paul. I'm from Tel Aviv, Israel, and I'm a twerk teacher.
You don't say.
Okay, real quick, before we move in, would you smash?
Yeah. Yeah. Certain angles, she's all right. I guess.
Just not the profile view.
We're not doing
Coordinated.
this.
Just pop your booty. I'm Gabby Paul. I'm from Tel Aviv, Israel, and I'm a twerk teacher. I help women achieve confidence in their bodies with twerking. Twerking is a dance.
Oh, wait, look at her legs, though. Thunder Thigh City.
Wait, where's she at? Oh, yeah, she's got... What is that about? What is going on there?
Yeah.
With African origins. And it's all about controlling your hips and isolating different body parts. Twerking celebrates the woman's body.
Wait, what did they say?
Body parts. Twerking celebrates the woman's body.
Look at that one, huh? I get a lot of that one, huh?
Dude, you mean fucking librarian in Spanx over there?
Huh?
No, it's gross.
Fucking
gross.
Oh my God.
Is a way to liberate from society's constraints about how women should look and act.
She should look like a woman and act like a lady. How about that? How about you don't need a fucking twerk class? Look, man, it's one thing. Listen, I'm not an idiot. I'm not gonna do the same thing where I close the door behind me. Yeah, when I was fucking young, I would go to a club, try to pick up a chick. I did that when I was in my fucking 20s, So I'm not going to sit here and go, all of you are fucking degenerates who have turned from God.
You kids today.
Yeah.
Which
I'm not
is
gonna
sex.
Do that. I'm not going to do that because I understand being 20, have some drinks, have a couple laughs out in a club. I get it. However, there's a difference between going to a club Friday night, and having fun. Yes, it's drunk. Then turning that into a fucking class.
A class that these fucking slobs are paying for.
They're paying money for this? This isn't free at a prison?
Like yoga, I get. Do you understand?
Of course I get yoga.
How many ridiculously useful, practical things human beings get out of yoga? I can't bring myself to do it, but I take my hat off to anybody who can. And it helps your circulation and your fucking
aches and
flexibility
pains
and your muscles and your fucking bad backs. There's like a million benefits to it. You want to spend a couple bucks a week and you go and do that. I'm like, oh, look, feel better in yourself.
Of course.
What is about this is bettering yourself?
A woman should look and act. I not only teach the technique, but I also teach the girls that it's okay to look however you look. It's all.
So these these fucking.
She looks like a Voltron lion.
Why would you? This was like even remotely a fitness type thing or like a sweat type class. You wouldn't do that much makeup. They all knew they were filming that day.
That's a good point.
All about confidence. It's reclaiming your body. It's giving zero about what other people say.
I'm really glad you give zero fucks about what other people have to say.
Don't get me wrong, that big girl could have, a few years ago in my heyday, she could have gotten it too.
Mm-hmm.
But, I would have went back to her place and fucked her on her mattress on her floor. But
how do you know it's on the floor? How do you know it's not a futon in the corner?
Because she has no pride in her. She has no pride in the appearance of the very thing that she takes out in front of the world every day. So I would imagine.
Well, if that's the case, it's going to be an air mattress.
I would imagine her living space that even fewer people see is less than desirable.
So you don't think the bathroom is clean?
No.
Or what other people think. My ultimate goal is world domination.
Because I'm,
a twerking teacher.
Look.
A twerking teacher is what he was going to say.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, she's kidding.
They're never kidding.
Twerking teachers.
They're never kidding.
There's quirking teachers and city folk. City folk never joke.
My ultimate goal is to reach as many women.
Ah!
That's just a...
The smell. This is right after class. What do you think it smells like right in the between the bellies touching?
Again, I don't think it's a very tough class.
Okay, fine,
If
but look at the size.
If they're clean gals.
Okay.
Across the globe as possible, teaching them love yourself a little bit more.
Because no one else will.
The aristocrats.
Oh, shit. What a bunch of goddamn messes.
Oh, man.
About to pull the Audi. You want to knock off early? Let's knock off early, huh?
We're not knocking off early. We're going to keep going. Real quick, I wanted to play this. This is...
Oh, fuck.
I want to see equal rules for both of us. We're both professional athletes. We've worked hard to be professional dancers, just like they have to be professional athletes. And especially that there's a double standard.
Ex-Saints cheerleader Bailey Davis sharing her story with us, claiming that she was fired from her team over a racy social media post. But that may have been just the beginning of all of this. Former Miami Dolphins cheerleader Kristen Ann Ware says she was discriminated against by the NFL because they didn't like what she said about her religious beliefs. We'll be joined by Kristen Ann and her attorney in just a moment. But we start with Trace Gallagher in our West Coast newsroom. He's got the backstory for us tonight. Hi, Trace.
Hi, Martha. Former Dolphin cheerleader Kristen Ann Ware says during a trip to an overseas game in London, she and the other cheerleaders were involved in girl talk when someone brought up favorite songs during sex. Ware said she didn't have one because she was waiting until she got married. The next year, when she walked in to reapply to be a cheerleader, she says the coaches told her, quote, "Let's talk about your virginity."
I don't buy this.
I get it. I do. But remember what you said about... Oh, because I said, Des Bryant's not going to the Jets or the Dolphins. You go, of course they'll take him. Okay, let me explain something about the Dolphins. From what I've heard,
she's hot.
Super hot.
She's
and the fact that she's a virgin, waiting for marriage, this is a unicorn. You know? Like, someone that hot that's waiting for marriage?
Yeah, but that means she's fucking nuts.
You think? Well, let's see.
She was then told she could only talk about her vow to wait until marriage in private and never in front of the cheer team. Ware says she was then asked to change into a bikini to see if she was calendar ready. She agreed, but did so with tears in her eyes. Ware says she notified the Dolphins Human Resources Department, but the abuse continued, and says even her blog post for the Dolphins...
Wait a second. If the HR department does have a record, this is different now. This is something coming out after she got fired. You know, she kept working there. So, I mean...
website had all mentions of her faith removed, although the religious views of Dolphins players were never censored. Kristen Ann Ware has now filed...
Okay, that's weird, right?
Here's my thing.
Okay.
And I'm speculating. This is completely... I'm going to preface this by saying this is me talking out of my ass. But a lot of times when I talk out of my ass on this show, I end up being right. This girl, I'm going to assume, was fucking insufferable.
You think that she might...
About her religion.
Okay. That's your guess.
To the point. Now, this is my guess. If I were to guess, she probably, in my opinion, she probably annoyed the ever-loving shit out of people around her on a regular basis about her religion. I'm going to guess that her religion is probably a giant part of who she is, her identity, and I think that she's one of those people that probably
Are you saying
bangs on about it.
That Jesse doesn't believe her?
I'm saying, look, I'm a real skeptic, and I've also got money on the Dolphins next week. Full disclosure. I'm again, that's my guess. Based on just experiences with people, she's probably one of those like, I'm a virgin because I love Jesus and Jesus.
Okay, well, hold on. Let's hear her talk.
And Ware, the former Miami Dolphins cheerleader.
Here she is.
At the center of all this, and her attorney, Sarah Blackwell. Kristen Ann, thank you for being here. You know, it's so, when you look at the two stories that we've told here recently, one is, you know, that she was too racy to do her job, and you apparently are too chaste to do yours.
So tell us more about you, ugly.
Explain that to me.
Well, goodness. I mean, I guess it is, I don't really, I guess it is kind of a double standard. You know, where the football players are held to and then what women are held to in the NFL.
Yeah, so it spans from chastity.
Oh, boy. There's Paul Heyman talking for her.
I told you.
Yeah,
She's not all there.
Okay, well, let's hold on.
To sexuality, the control that they have over the cheerleaders, but that they don't have over the NFL players. And I think that's what this shows between Bailey and Kristen Ann.
It's so interesting. You know, it's like, you know, I remember when cheerleaders used to wear like sweaters and felt skirts, you know, and now you wear a bikini, basically, when you're out there. And yet they don't like it if you say, well, I'm going to save myself for marriage. And as you point out, which I think is really the heart of this, Sarah, and you tell me, you know, whoever wants to chime in here, as a legal matter, is that we hear all the time the Christian views or the religious views. Nobody reprimands.
Okay, come on.
They will come before the
They're
games
not gonna let her
to
talk,
and
I
pray
think.
with them.
God, this is
they
helping
are
Mike's
public
case
about
here.
their faith on social media, and they're praised. Don't talk. Removed from.
I'm trying to see if I get her to talk
treated.
here.
Walking to wait for her.
Okay, the team, you know, where did this message come from?
Right, so I sat down at an interview with the director and all of my coaches, and, you know, they said, let's talk about your virginity. And I was automatically kind of shocked because it's linked to, you know, my vow to God and the ring that I wear that symbolizes true love waits. And
She has a ring. Mike, I'm not going to say you're right yet, but let's hear more evidence.
And, you know, she then said, well, as far as we're concerned, you've taken something that was once upon a time pure and beautiful, and you've made it dirty.
So, but why did they not want, you were talking about it, you know, among teammates, right? I mean, why, I don't understand why they felt like this was a negative for you.
Right. I really don't know either. I want clarity. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Can I finish my point?
Yes.
Again, this is just me speculating. This bitch, she seems nice enough, but she's young and she's pretty, and she fucking thinks she's interesting. I'm telling you. And she goes on and on about her fucking ring and her vows and her Jesus shit. And I'm telling you, they're fucking sick of her. They were fucking sick of her at work. And they asked HR beforehand, can you fucking do something about this broad? Because we're all going to kill her in this locker room. And she seems nice enough. I guarantee you. They were like, look, she's a nice enough girl. No offense. But she keeps acting like she's fucking better than us. We're going to kill this bitch. And I'm telling you, I have run multiple strip clubs over the years. Strip clubs are exactly like fucking having cheerleaders. Same fucking people in charge. It's the same job. It's a bunch of women who are catty. Fuck, I guarantee you there was a movement behind this bitch's back where they were like, look, we're going to break this bitch's face. She's nice, but the way she comes off sometimes. So they probably brought her in and they went, look, the virginity thing, let's talk about it. It's nice. It's nice and all. It's great. But you got to dial this shit back because you're fucking getting on people's nerves. They probably tried to find a nice way to do it, thinking she's compliant and stupid, and she'd go, okay. But she decided, wait a minute, that's not legal. You can't do that.
Well,
it's my theory.
Thanks for listening, everybody. It's the end of the show. We went a little late for everybody. Look, it's already 6. Look,
We could have ran over. You're acting like we fucking had to run out of here.
Yeah, hey. We did extra work.
We did.
RevengeOfTheSith.com/donate. 2 strikes on YouTube, 1 more, and we go bye-bye, so we need the monies.
And like I said, I got some things I want to sniff around and do this weekend. Might cost a couple bucks. But might
Become a
make
patron, man. That really helps. Patreon.com/we're-not-sorry.
No, RevengeOfTheSith.com/donate. Just go right there.
Go there.
Earth thing's there.
Earth thing. Thank you, guys. YouTube.com/ROTC Media is our backup page. If you are listening to this right now, go to YouTube.com/ROTC Media. subscribe there in case something were to happen from now into the future if you're a YouTube listener. Of course, to listen live, revengeofthesith.com/live. Our social media is there, our OTC radio to follow us there. We'll be back Monday, guys. Take it easy.